sometimes the mere sound of having an AC-130 overhead is enough to break the will of our enemy. They know that if they choose tonight to fight, they may very well understand better our squadron motto, that you can run, but you'll only die tired.
The LOCKHEED AC-130 Gunship is a heavily armed, long-endurance ground attack variant of the C-130 Hercules transport fixed-wing aircraft. The airframe is manufactured by Lockheed Martin, while Boeing is responsible for the conversion into a gunship and for aircraft support. It carries a wide array of anti-ground oriented weapons that are integrated with sophisticated sensors, navigation, and fire control systems. Unlike other military fixed-wing aircraft, the AC-130 relies on visual targeting. Because of its large profile and low operating altitudes, it usually flies close air support missions at night. Close air support roles include supporting ground troops, escorting convoys, and urban operations. Air interdiction missions are conducted against planned targets and targets of opportunity. Force protection missions include defending air bases and other facilities. AC-130's missions are often coordinated by Joint Terminal Attack Controller called JTAC units on the ground, usually by USAF combat controllers. The sole operator is both the United States Air Force and Special Operations Command, which currently uses the AC-130U Spooky and AC-130W Stringer II variants for close air support, air interdiction, and force protection, while the AC-130J Ghoststrider is in active development. AC-130Us are based at Hurlburt Field, Florida, while AC-130Ws are based at Cannon Air Force Base, New Mexico, although the gunships are currently deployed worldwide. The AC-130A Project Gunship was developed in 1967 at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio and deployed to Vietnam soon after. And since then, it's been used by the U.S. Air Force in nearly every major military conflict. Even today, the AC-130 continues to project force while supporting the U.S. military and its allies in operations throughout the world.
The word spooky means two things: frightening and a flying tank. The Air Force introduced the AC-130U in 1995 and based its design off of the original Vietnam-era AC-47 Spooky gunship. Both gunships operated mostly at night to stay hidden from view.
Sometimes the only way that they were seen was through the tracer fire. They also had a mission, an illumination mission, where they would kick out illumination flares.
Gunship historian, retired Lieutenant Colonel David Metz, recounts his Vietnam experience from the ground, watching AC-47s rain fire on the enemy.
There were several AC-47s circling the base, and literally it looked like a red waterfall.
The AC-47's layout was three 7.62mm machine guns, all mounted on the left side. However, the Air Force felt it still needed more firepower. The AC-130U brought just that, with its 105mm howitzer cannon, 40mm autocannon, and 25mm Gatling gun, all still mounted on the left side. With a layout like that, the mysterious origin of Spooky's name is a little clearer. Airman First Class Stephen Ellis, Hurlburt Field, Florida.
The Lockheed Boeing-built aircraft uses four Allison T-56A 15 turboprop engines and hits average speeds of over 300 miles per hour. Its crews consist of a pilot, co-pilot, navigator, fire control officer, electronic warfare officers, flight engineer, TV operator, infrared detection operator, loadmaster, and 4 aerial gunners. The AC-130 gunships make up a small portion of a fleet of roughly 500 C-130 planes throughout the Air Force and Special Operations Command. The gunship is best known for its 105mm side-firing flying howitzer, which enable it to fire from a side-axis port position during close-in combat supporting ground troops. Variants of the AC-130 gunship also has a 25mm Gatling gun and a 40mm weapon. Today, the gunship legacy continues with the 2017 delivery of the first 6 AC-130J Ghoststrider gunships, the latest and most advanced version of the AC-130, dubbed the Ultimate Battle Plane. The first AC-130J Ghoststrider gunship achieved initial operational capability on the 30th of September 2017. The new AC-130J is a massive upgrade over previous versions, and considered the most heavily armed gunship in history, bristling with 30mm and 105mm cannons, alongside reloadable air-to-ground Griffin missiles, Hellfire missiles, and small-diameter bombs. It's lighter, faster, and more efficient, burning 25 to 30% less gas than legacy aircraft. It flies at a top speed of about 416 miles per hour and fly a maximum range of 3,000 miles and up to 28,000 feet in the air, about twice as far and roughly 3,000 feet higher than the other variants. The AC-130J has 2 planned increments. The Block 10 configuration includes an internal 30mm gun, small diameter bombs, and laser-guided missiles launched from the rear cargo door, and Block 20 configuration adds a 105mm cannon, large aircraft infrared countermeasures, wing-mounted Hellfire missiles, and radio frequency countermeasures. The price tag for the high-end Ghoststrider is approximately $120 million apiece. To put those numbers into perspective, the US military's new fighter jet, the F-35, costs about $95 million per unit. Therefore, the AC-130 remains one of the military's most expensive aircraft. But ask any military professional and he or she will agree. The power conveyed by the AC-130 makes it well worth the cost.
Today is a great day in Japan. Today, the United States of America delivered its premier, meanest, toughest, most tactical machine in the world, the J model, to the country of Japan to serve in a strong alliance with its friends, to boost United States capability, and to show our ever strong commitment to this great country of Japan.
From the Vietnam War onward, well-trained gunship crews repeatedly demonstrated their ability to destroy relatively small enemy concentrations while leaving the surrounding areas untouched, even in densely packed urban areas. The airborne 105mm howitzer proved itself to be both particularly deadly, accurate, and economical.